And welcome inside Alumni Stadium here in Guelph, Ontario. Guelph United Soccer. It is League One Soccer here on YouTube. My name is Mark Perry. Scotty Fraser will join me momentarily as the Guelph United take on Unionville Milliken. Of course, that team based in Markham. The Milliken coming in with a 3-3-2 record, 11 points, tied for 10th in League One Soccer. Guelph United coming in with a 4-2-1 record, 13 points, just 3 points back of second place in League One. Of course, in United's last game, 3 second-half goals propelling them to a 4-1 road victory over the North Toronto Nitros. That was last Saturday, June 4th. Thomas Skublak scored twice in that game. And joining me now on the headset, Scotty Fraser. What's going on?
Catching his breath and racing to the finish line.
Hey, I mean, it's a pretty steep climb here to the press row.
It gets steeper every single week.
Hey, get your steps in, right?
That's about where they get done. So, big matchup today. Guelph United obviously coming off that less than stellar home loss.
Did you just play a game, it seems like? It seems like you have.
Any oxygen up here?
Might need the oxygen tanks up here, as well as downstairs, of course. As you mentioned, Scotty, that 4-1 victory over the North Toronto Nitros on Saturday. Thomas Skublak scoring twice in that game. And, of course, named for the third straight week. It seems like he's a mainstay on that team of the week for League One Soccer. 3 weeks in a row he makes it.
Yeah, off-season surgery, and he's coming back stronger than ever and proving it week after week, just finding ways to score goals for this United team. And has really, as you said, been a mainstay all over the field for the United, on home field at least. Played all 90 minutes in their last home game and went down a couple times and was able to battle through the injuries, but has been a welcomed re-addition to this United squad.
Svyataslav Artemenko coming into this game. He's playing his third straight contest for Guelph United. He got his first win of the season in that 4-1 victory, and he's really been a compliment to Sam Spolstra, the 1-2 tandem for Guelph United here.
Yeah, he's absolutely been fantastic. He was great in that home loss a couple weeks ago against the Blue Devils, and again picking up his first win of the season in United's most recent matchup, and a very, very strong young leader the United have in goal from Artemenko, who led the University of Guelph Griffins to an OUA gold back in November, went back home to Ukraine to fight for his country between then and now back on the pitch and looking to win even more at such a young age.
Going through the starting 11 here for Guelph United, Artemenko, of course, starting in goal. You got Marco Malatic, Amardo Oakley, Harvey Marchant, Cole Fernandez, Thomas Skublak, Jared Agyemang. One of these days, I'm going to get that name.
Agyemang, you nailed it.
Jace Kostopoulos, Lucas Doros, Dion Sturgiotis is the 11th man on the field for Guelph United as we are underway, just about 18 seconds in. And Guelph United already pressing the other way into Unionville territory.
Yeah, and Unionville coming in here looking to dethrone Guelph, who have, again, had success on this pitch, but a bit of a tall task against the Blue Devils of Oakville here, their last outing at home, and were unable to find a way to score a goal and end up losing that game 2-0, but here's a quick takeaway.
Yeah, that is Badabenji on the far side. Of course, Guelph wearing their golds, going left to right.
Those mustard golds, they are a favorite of uniforms around the league, and myself included. In the second minute here, and now both, it seems that it's been this way all season long, Mark, is these feeling out processes, and obviously that's typical within this sport, but it's funny how both home games that we've witnessed, how quickly it kind of phases from feeling out to full on offense and opening it right up. So first 10 or 15 minutes or so are usually pretty tactical, and then the skill really starts to come out as Oakley, who has a ton of that, is on the ball again.
Seems like every time I'm here, Oakley is doing something special down that flank. As United continuing the possession here. They'll have to have that one come back in for a throw. Yeah, beautiful mustard.
Mustard gold.
Mustard gold. Feel like I want some Grey Poupon.
That is the French coming out in you 100%, and there is a foul.
Yep.
Nothing doing there, so Unionville just retains possession, and they will set up going, letting every man get a touch in here in the early going.
That's Nathan Alphonse, number 5 on the ball, one of the starting 11 for Unionville. But they're going to have to backtrack here. It's Unionville wearing their whites, going right to left. Save Jaffer, loses it. And it's going to be, looks like it's a free kick. No, it's going to be a throw-in for.
Guelph, yeah.
And just look at that pressure right away. Just immediately on the ball.
And that's how it might be all afternoon long, or evening long rather, is just instant pressure and man on man. And we'll see how this game unfolds. But obviously Guelph looking to get started early here on home field after that inability to find the back of the net in their last home outing.
One of the things you mentioned is that feeling out process, Scotty, is just about every team I've noticed, a lot of them in this league tend to do a lot of their scoring in the second half, and we saw that in that 4-1 victory for Guelph United. 3 of those 4 goals were scored in the second half.
Yeah, and it seems just be the nature of the beast here in League One Ontario, is that these teams obviously haven't seen each other in quite some time, but it's more of a turnover, and with different personnel on the team, it doesn't really matter when the last time you saw each other was. It's just a different kind of, what kind of game is this one going to be, and the next one up won't be necessarily the same as the last time you bumped into a team. So strategic planning is definitely at the forefront of every team's game plan, as there's a throw now for Unionville.
Yeah, definitely a feeling out process indeed between these two teams. This is the first time ever that Guelph United and Unionville match up in League One soccer. Of course, Guelph, in their inaugural year a year ago, didn't get to match up against Unionville, as there's a bit of jockeying for position on the far side, trying to get the ball loose. A little bit of physicality there, and Unionville's going to get the throw.
Yeah, it was a quite physical matchup last time out here against the Blue Devils, and the refs really seem to allow that to play on as long as it's both-sided, and nothing too overboard. It's just good gamesmanship and the game within the game, and that's the thing, is no free passes.
Yeah, hotly anticipated battle, of course, that matchup against the Blue Devils, a rematch of the finals from a year ago.
Yeah, and I mean, they looked fantastic. Both teams looked very good, but Oakville more so just looked to be on top of their game in that win.
Good step up there by Alphonse to get possession back. He's got it here now for Unionville. Takes a look. And just a quick pass over to Mahabir, and he'll just get that back to the defense. That's Azim Mohamed Tahir, the number 15. He's playing on the far side, and a trip just in front of the Unionville bench. And it looks like Unionville, the visitors, are going to get a free kick just on the far side, right in front of the 50-yard line. Or, no, it's going to be a little bit back. Nope, right at the
50-yard line.
Yeah, right at the he's going to move it up to the 52, 52 and a half.
All right, now we're splitting hairs, and we're back underway.
Yep.
Good takeaway there. I believe that was.
Yeah, just using his body and down the far
Zajac
side.
That took that ball away, and there's Oakley in the far corner with his footwork.
Oakley, unbelievable. Using his footwork, he gets knocked down. No call.
It was Ayamang, actually, that was down in the far corner. Oakley right here in midfield near side.
And Jaffer got it over to Mahabir. He'll pass it over. It's a good 1-2 back and forth, and United will get the ball back, and Fernandez is going to have to pass that all the way back down to Artemenko.
Man, in on him, and that was
big pressure there as Artemenko had to be extra careful, and now he's got to run right back into the goal. Unionville on the attack here, but a good block.
Badabenji came in out of nowhere on Artemenko as he kind of fell asleep at the wheel, had his blinders on, and Badabenji came in from the near side, or the far side rather.
Good cross.
Took that away. A great cross and great control from Oakley.
Yeah, the switch, if you will. And
Stopless could not keep it in play.
And, yeah, United pressing the action there, but Unionville, but a whistle on the play. Unless that was a whistle somewhere else. Oh, they're going to check on Artemenko. I think he might have been a little tied up when he took a bit of pressure. Yeah, he's got a bit of a limp.
Yeah, there was definitely a little bit of a bobble in his step, especially after he got the ball away from Badabenji. He kind of went to go kick it away downfield and miss, but could see that he was favoring at least, I believe it was the left side, but I'm not quite sure if we will get another look at that, but not something you want to see if you're head coach Justin Springer with his young goaltender just in the 8th minute now. Back to his feet. Looks like he will walk it off and remain in this game.
Yeah, just about 8 minutes into this one. Nathan Alphonse on the near side. Looks like he's getting ready to throw it back in. And we're back underway.
We will see how Artemenko holds up as this game wears on now in the 9th minute. 8:20 gone.
Oakley trying to get at it. That was Katsopoulos. Katsopoulos
making moves, but Skolback was trying to remain onside. I believe Marcel Zajac on the far side. Skolback pointed at him as if it was maybe would have been a whistle and a flag for offside had that ball been played.
And, of course, Jared Maloney, the goaltender for Unionville, was also named to the Week 7 Team of the Week in League 1 soccer. That's going to be passed back to the other goaltender. Artemenko is going to have to pass that one very quickly.
And that was a good quick kick downfield. And, again, with Unionville pressuring Artemenko, he's going to be aware of that as this game continues to roll along.
Another throw for Unionville, and Unionville's coming up pretty strong here. They had a scoreless draw against North Mississauga just on Friday, and they're trying to climb up the League 1 standings again. 11 points, tied for 10th in the league. Here's Oakley. Oakley gets tripped down, no call, and now Alphonse with a little bit of space, and he'll try to pass that up.
I think Alphonse almost gave himself up there, but with his reaction of Oakley tripping, and then there was no whistle. And he took the ball and ran with it, but Oakley back to his feet and on his horse caught up to Alphonse real quick.
That's one of the first lessons you'll learn in soccer, right, Scotty? You play to the whistle.
Absolutely, and that Alphonse a bit of a perpetrator there for not doing so, and had he got a quicker start, who knows if Oakley would have been able to catch him so easily, but nonetheless, we play on.
Yeah, Brooms getting that up, but a big takedown, and that's going to be called right inside the 42-yard line.
Stergatis took the brunt of that, but got up real quick as well. And
just more pressure by this Unionville side. And Maletich hits that one up, intercepted. That was going to be sent down the left side. And good play there on the far side, just to get it out. Force a throw, get your mates back.
Stergatis was a full head of steam ahead trying to chase that ball down as he has it down in the far corner again, and that one will go off.
It's going to stay in. You don't see that every day.
No.
Usually it deflects and then just exits play, and not in this case.
United will then now have a corner kick.
Yeah,
after all of that.
A fortuitous bounce, to say the least. Guelph United with an opportunity here in the 11th minute. That one's sent in, and that'll be headed out by the visitors. Crossed back in, header, and a good save by Maloney as he jumps up and gets the mitts on it. Alex Lewis. Lewis takes a look. He's just going to get that back. And United now with the pressure. Skublak trying to pressure on, but that one's going to be sent to the far side as the Unionville D hold up. And just simple plays we're seeing so far here, Scotty. They're not exactly,
stretching the field by any stretch of the imagination quite yet. Wait for about another 5 or 6 minutes, and we'll see if that changes. Once fatigue starts to not settle in, but starts to present itself at the back of these players' minds.
Ooh, trying to feather that one in. Lewis almost had an opportunity, but he didn't run for it. I don't even think he was aware that that ball was inside the 18.
Yeah, it kind of dribbled its way through and ended up on the foot of Artemenko, fortunately for United.
And a good step, but here's Oakley on the far side. Oakley for United. Passes that over. Kept possession. That one shot on goal, and another save by Maloney. Or rather, that was Ajimang.
Oakley here on the near side, Ajimang over on the far side. 9 and 4 look awful similar, especially with how fast both players run. It's an easy mistake to make.
Their numbers are a blur from up here, that's for sure.
Transition lenses and no longer a 20/20 at our age. It's
need to get some binoculars up here.
Best seats in the house.
Yep, got to say that again.
At the top of the stairs that will suck the wind out of even the best of us. And in the 14th minute now, no score between Unionville and United. Thank you for joining us here on YouTube from Alumni Stadium on what is a gorgeous Friday evening in the Royal City.
Barely a cloud in sight here.
No humidity, and as the old folks say, it's not the heat that gets you, it's the humidity. Well, sometimes it's just the stairs.
Sometimes it's just the stairs. Hey, I can tell you one thing. I was playing a little bit of footy myself on Sunday and suffered a little bit of an Achilles injury here. I got the walking boot up here. That was quite the climb, I'll tell you that much.
That's the first I've noticed it, and now I feel like even more of a fool. I was going to say I was doing the same, but I hurt my thumb, but I was playing FIFA. So it was an exhausting experience as Katsopoulos from way out trying to drive one in on Maloney rather, couldn't get through.
Yeah, Doros passing that one right back. Zajac leaves one in the dust. On the far side, crossed in. Oakley going after it here. He's got Alphonse, and Alphonse was knocked down. And it looks like it's just going to be a goal kick here as Alphonse and Oakley.
Watch for that matchup all evening long. You know Oakley's probably going to play all 90 minutes.
And Oakley arguing, I think he might have been just judging by where the ball is. I think he was called offside.
And remember, they had that collision just a little earlier where Oakley ended up on his stomach and Alphonse took off with it. So it's probably going to be a best man wins type game within the game for Oakley and Alphonse. And as mentioned, they'll probably see the entirety of this match as that one goes out. And it'll be a throw for United.
Yeah, both of them very evenly matched just in terms of size alone. So you have to imagine.
And this pressure from Unionville seems like it's not going to let up all night long, and Artemenko just waves the white flag and kicks it out the sideline as one of our event staff on her phone decided to take that off the chest.
That is dedication right there. Absolute dedication.
Way to keep the play alive.
Oakley going in. Oakley crosses it in, and that one goes off of the defender and out, and we'll get a corner kick here approaching the 16th minute. As Oakley went down the right sideline quite quickly there.
What is there not to like about Amardo Oakley's game? He just gives it all, and he is the best athlete on the field most nights, if not all nights, and really, really drives the ball towards the goal with conviction as he backs up now for this corner.
Zajac in. It's in the box, and that one's going to be sent out. And right back here is Oakley, and he'll just send it right back in.
Creating offense from even the back end, Amardo Oakley again.
And now Unionville looking at counterattack here. And this is Matthias Brooms. Brooms Sends that one into the corner. Going after it now is Alex Lewis. Lewis. He'll just get that one back to Alphonse. Alphonse crossing it in. And all the way to the far sideline, and a throw for United.
No, that corner kick from Marcel Zajac, we saw one very similar of its kind from Zajac against the Blue Devils, where he just kind of drove it down through the box with a bit of forespin so it would go down and dribble and hopefully find a boot. Both times, no success, but a near miss on both opportunities. So not a bad little curveball to throw if you're Justin Springer and United trying to find a way to generate some offense here on home field in the 18th minute of this matchup between United and Unionville. The first ever between these two teams, as our play-by-play man Mark Perry mentioned earlier in this game. Looking for our first goal between both of these teams as well still.
And I like what you said about Zajac there with that corner kick there. A lot of guys over the years, a lot of anybody playing soccer over the years would think, with the corner kick, it's, get some height onto it, get it into that sweet spot right in the midst of the crowd, right in front of the net. It doesn't necessarily have to be like that.
No, it doesn't have to be high, majestic, and bending. It can be, they all count as here it comes.
Ooh, this is Marcel Zajac. Speaking of which, Zajac up over School Black, and he just missed that one.
I really like this play from Zajac, and he's going to get another shot at the corner here. And School Black had his eyes as big as beach balls coming down the pitch, and as we get another look at it, I believe.
I think that is live on the board.
It was just more and more United headed towards the goal as Zajac on the corner.
Sends that one in. Oh, good grab there by Maloney.
A contrast of the most previous corner from Zajac. A very high, majestic, bending ball, and Maloney had eyes on it and hauled it in. As Unionville now seems to be a bit back on their heels after a very quick start from the visitors, United has started to open up this field, and it's been by way of Marcel Zajac on set plays and set kicks and formations, but also School Black coming in and making life very difficult down the middle of the box.
It's what you like to see from your leaders, that is for sure. And good pressure there and snatched up there. Oh, that one's going to be a knockdown right at the 20-yard line, and a yellow card coming out.
Skull Black went in there hips first and turned and took the ball away and then got hauled down for his efforts, but that will draw the referee's attention. And
I think they're going to force the official to do the 10-yard walk.
And that will be where the wall can be formed, and believe that is Zajac on the far side. I could be mistaken. Hard to see with the.
They need some numbers on the front.
For us blind broadcasters
Either way,
in the box, all these light years away from the pitch.
That one's crossed in, and Unionville is going to get the throw, much to the chagrin of the United player on the near side here. Unionville with it here now. This is Matthias Brooms. He'll just pass that right back. Mahabir up to the far side as they play pitch and catch there near the 50-yard line, but United's going to get the throw. Waiting, sending that one in. Here's Zajac. Off of a foot. United still with possession. And just beautiful display there, just using your body. And now Oakley going after it, but just too far for him. It goes off of the flag, and it is going to be a throw-in.
And a very, very fortuitous throw-in. That could have been a goal kick for Maloney, but 1 yard the one direction, the other, and here's a throw.
A high throw, but right back into the possession of United. That was Fernandez. And now this is Marcel Zajac. Zajac passes that one back. Harvey Marchant. Good play there on the far side. Over inside the box, and that'll be sent out by the visitors. This is Brooms, but United with it again. Here's Oakley. Oakley fakes, looking for the cross, but that one's going to get knocked down.
Nathan Alphonse took that away from Oakley, and again, there's that matchup that we've been honing in on so far in this game. And
Oakley with the give and go to Brooms, and Brooms is not going to be able to control that one cleanly, and that's going to be out of bounds. Oakley now with it. Oakley looking for some room, crosses it in. Skublak over, and that's going to be right in on goal. And Jared Maloney.
So you had another look at that one. You see Armando Oakley's speed on display, and then Skublak right where he wants it. And the ball just seemed to pop up on him at the last second. Talking to himself after that one was reeled in by Jared Maloney.
Yeah, Skublak, he's had a couple of opportunities here already in this game, so he's smelling a bit of blood.
Staying hungry is Thomas Skublak, and why not? He's stayed hungry and stayed hot throughout the last few weeks of this season, and he's looking to give Guelph. Jace Katsopoulos, his name is obviously going to be synonymous with this United's offense, but Thomas Skublak has something to say about that, and here's a quick throw from Oakley in, and that will result in a goal kick after Aguimain went up for it and was pushed. But as mentioned, now United with yet another kick, and it will be yet again Marcel Zajac doing the honors.
That's what, 4? 5?
I believe this would be 4. I could be mistaken. I can't count that high, so sometimes it is just around there.
That one set right through the box.
And a bullet through the box. So, again, Marcel Zajac not very, what's the word I'm looking, predictable. There we go.
That's a word.
Friday evening, brains in weekend mode already, and predictable is escaping me. Marcel Zajac, anything but predictable from the corner in those set formations.
Cross right back in, and Maloney continuing to stay busy in this game. Artemenko, for the first 5-10 minutes or so, he was the one that faced a lot of pressure by Unionville, but as I say it, he's going to be the one that has to play it here. But first time he's getting a touch of the ball in the last little bit.
Yeah, not a bad way to get your first touch in a couple minutes, though, as well, right? So going cold is never a good thing, but when you can stay involved with minimal effort, why not? And as you mentioned, Mark, it was Artemenko who was the busier of the two and appeared like he was going to be the busier of the two goaltenders to start this game throughout the 90 minutes. But since about the 10-minute mark, it's been mostly United, and Unionville has kind of gotten away from their very, very aggressive playing, and Union's been able to kind of stretch the field out and then maintain possession.
There's Unionville finishing up a 4-game road trip. Hasn't been exactly kind to them. They're winless in 4 straight games, including a pair of 3-0 defeats, including the tail end of a 5-game homestand to start the year. Their last win coming May 14th against Electric City FC. Of course, that's the team based in Peterborough. And that one's going to be sent out of bounds for a goal kick. And Artemenko is going to send that one back in and gets it up to Fernandez. Oakley up the pitch. Agyemang looking over, up, and very close to going through the uprights there.
All kinds of contact, too, on that push up field as we see another glance at it. And Agyemang got pushed off balance and then still found a way to direct the ball towards the goal. Unfortunately, it was high and
got a lot of power behind it, though.
Yes. So United using their speed. And that is a miscue from Maloney.
You can say that again. Agyemang over to Oakley. Oakley trying to use the sideline, but good steal there by D'Cunha.
Tried a little excuse me play back and forth with Adjumane, and it nearly worked out.
And here's Adjumang here. Adjumang inside, and that's going to go for another corner for United.
And it will be Marcel Zajac yet again. So we'll see what he pulls for his bag of tricks here, as it's his 5th or 6th corner of the evening. And all have been very productive, or at least have generated some sort of chance for United. But Maloney's been on the spot and really, really had his eye on the ball as they've been coming into the box.
Crossed in. Oh!
That went off the bottom crossbar of the field goal post, so that will be out of play.
Skolback got all head on that one as we see the replay on the big screen. Yeah,
it came back out with quite authority.
He got a lot of power. He just couldn't get the accuracy on it. And good play here by Oakley, getting it right back in. Over, chance. And now Skolback in, and there's another chance. A rebound still in there.
United with just about everyone you would imagine you'd want down in the box. Kotsopoulos, Skolback, Oakley, Adjumane. And they were unable to convert, and that kind of seemed too good to be true. And I think that's kind of what some of the United players were thinking as it unfolded.
Adjumang on the far side. Adjumang in, over, header down, and what a save by Jared Maloney. Are you kidding me?
Skolback is due. Jared Maloney ain't paying.
Wow. A beautiful cross, a beautiful header, but an unbelievable hand by Jared Maloney forcing the corner.
That one danced across the goal line as we get yet another look at it. Skolback gets all of what he wanted on the ball, and Maloney got just a fingertip and just enough to keep the ball out in this game scoreless.
Ball's now on the far side. Estevan Carls plays that one out.
Like to see the emotion from Jared Maloney, too, after the save. Knew what he did was special, and my, oh my, that was certainly special.
Skolback passing it into the box. Skolback sends that one wide of the goal. He is due. Are you kidding me? Thomas Skolback. Skoblak.
We will get that one right. We promise. We know him better. Thomas Skolback has had chance after chance after chance. You know what? As much as some of these might haunt him, once he gets one tonight, that'll all be well forgotten. But there's nothing wrong with playing and getting chances and not converting every now and then. It's when those chances start to dry up, and Skolback is so far away from having that happen. Unfortunately, just one bounce here or there the other way, we'd be talking about a multi-goal game for one of League One Ontario's hottest players.
Skolback with 4 goals on the regular season. Of course, 2 of them in that 4-1 victory. The last time out.
I believe his other 2 came by way of a pair in one game as well. So
yeah, right you are.
And that's, I mean, hard to believe, right? Not so much when, again, we could be talking about another multi-goal game for Thomas Skolback. Had certain balls bounce certain ways.
And when they come in bunches. And that one set right in toward the goal and off of the upright. And that'll be another goal kick.
Yeah, I believe it's tough to tell when it comes up with such heat, but we'll get another chance to look at it here. And that was just off the bottom crossbar of the field goal post. So I think that's the second or third time we've actually hit that tonight. So
yeah, they're getting their shots.
Bingo. If you have that on the scorecard, you're a winner. As Unionville now trying to find a way to generate some sort of energy now.
Yeah, this is Lewis.
Alex Lewis he was in on Artemenko rather early in the game, but again hasn't seen very much action up front for Unionville. As I say it on cue.
Big turn by Alex Lewis, but it goes off of the defender.
Cole Fernandez got right in there with a well-timed slide, and Artemenko didn't even have to make the save, as Lewis did a great job of kind of cutting back towards that ball and lining up and shooting as soon as he saw fit. But Fernandez got in the way, and we will have a corner kick for Unionville, the first of the afternoon, or evening, rather.
Set right in, and now United a counterattack here. The speed sent up. Oh, getting in the way. But now a chance here. A breakaway. United with an opportunity. This is Katsopoulos. Katsopoulos sends it over, and that one is going to go right into the feet of the defender. And that's going to be out of play. A corner kick coming here. A bad break for Nathan Alphonse, who got the ball off of a broken up breakaway.
And yeah, speaking of which, Katsopoulos had green lights down Main Street, and unfortunately the ball kind of dribbled up on him, and there was two Unionville defenders hot on his heels. Ball goes out of play, and Marcel Zajac with the corner again, and yet again, deeper bag of tricks.
Something different right in. It's still up high, bounces off ahead. It's still in there, and that one's going to be sent out of play, and it will be a goal kick, if I'm not mistaken here.
I believe
no, it's going to be a corner.
Corner, yep. Tough to tell from our angle on that one, but so many bodies. You got to be some sort of brave to jump up there with the goalpost and two or three other heads looking for the ball, and all eyes north, or upward rather, as Zajac yet again from the corner.
Crossed in, over, still in there, headed towards the goal, and that one's going to be kicked out of the box, but kept right back in, and that one's going to be sent through the uprights this time.
3 points for Lucas Torres, and a brick wall resides on the goal line for Unionville, and it's not just Jared Maloney on this play. One of the defenders got in the way. United has to be shaking their heads thinking, what else do we have to do to get one here?
Again, this is why Jared Maloney was named goalkeeper on that team of the week for League One soccer. He is showing up, and showing up greatly in this game so far.
Yeah, he's been big time so far in the 34th minute now, and as we mentioned, Artemenko hasn't been so busy lately, but as I was about to finish my sentence,
I feel like every time we mention Artemenko, somehow it ends up 1 or 2 kicks away from him having to do something. Luckily there, he didn't have to do much, if anything at all.
At Lewis, and that will be a throw for Nathan Alphonse. Can't find a teammate, so Oakley will end up with it on his foot, and there's Katsopoulos, who's probably well recovered after that long run, unlike myself after that long walk up the stairs.
You still feeling it?
40 minutes later, I mean.
Oh, Skublak going in. Skublak over, and a big diving play by Jared Maloney. And it's going to be a corner, I do believe, as Skublak.
And Maloney, who did collide, and Maloney came over and extended a hand, as we'll be back to the corner yet again as we had another look here. And it will be Marcel Zajac doing the honors of the corner. And we'll see if he has yet a 7th or 8th different approach to this set play.
He's got 6 men in the box, crossed in, and that one's going to stay in bounds and out of play, and that will be a throw for United. Just continuing the pressure. As that is Cole Fernandez on the near side. He'll just send that one in. Lucas Doros. Doros tripped up, and that is going to be a free kick.
In a glorious area for, I believe, Armando Oakley or perhaps Katsopoulos, who wants it closer to center, and the referee did not like that.
Nope.
Katsopoulos was trying to buy himself some real estate right down the heart of the field, but not quick enough. You're going to have to wake up a little bit earlier to get away with that one.
Hey, if you want that closer to center, just park a man in front, park a man closer to center, and just get a one-timer on net.
There you go. Hockey analogies and all.
Yeah, exactly.
So Zajac will actually be the one who starts with this. We'll see what United's plan is. 37th minute officially now. Zajac's cross into the box, and that was nearly right on time.
And Oakley right in on goal, and my goodness, Jared Maloney once again having to come up big there.
And again, some sort of bravery on Maloney. tucking his head down and getting in front of the ball as Cole Fernandez was on the other side of Maloney and that football. So a good job by Maloney to keep that sheet nice and tidy.
An intercept here. United coming up. That is Zajac. Yeah, once again, Zajac. Katsopoulos trying to get it loose. Katsopoulos.
A rugby match taking place down in the field. And
Tim Mahabir getting the better of that exchange as he's able to get the ball up on the free kick, rather. And now Lewis. Good pressure, though. Cole Fernandez, and that is going to be called.
A little overzealous from Fernandez, and he is going to be entered into the referee's book with a yellow card. So now 1 card per side here.
Yeah, Fernandez's first yellow of the year.
38th minute here, so no score. It will be Nathan Alphonse to take this free kick from about 42 yards out. And it might be Unionville's best chance in the last, say, 25, 26 minutes.
It's like United with a hold on the 8, just ahead of the 18. They're holding the 20, in fact. Sent in. And that'll be headed by the defender right back out, but good pressure.
That was Esteban Carles.
As they're trying to make a play here. Tim Mahabir passed it up. Mahabir sliding in. It's still in. No, it's out of bounds, and it will be Unionville getting the throw, and they'll get it right back. Mohamed Diallo on the far side, just in front of the 50-yard line on his own side.
Adjemain is just ahead of steam, attacking anyone with the ball right now.
That's how you run out of breath pretty quickly there.
I can find about 10 shorter ways for me to do that. And it starts with those darn stairs.
Oh, Lewis, good pass up. And crossed in, and they're going to say they're playing an advantage. It's inside the 18, and that is going to bounce just toward the flag and kept in.
What a play. What an effort.
That's the difference between a corner kick and
possession.
And possession, as you said.
As United now trying to find their way to charge back upfield and continue this onslaught of pressure that they've been able to generate since about the 17th minute. So 20-plus minutes going on now here. You've been all United, but nothing to show for it on the scoreboard, thanks in large part to number 1 back on the goal line for Unionville, or number 0 rather.
And a whistle on the play. Looked like it was right at the 40-yard line. And the ball is going to be sent right back, and I'm going to say it was out.
So it'll be a throw for Unionville.
Another throw for Unionville. Into the 40th minute here.
That one glanced off a Unionville arm, I thought, and
sent back in. Lewis, but Artemenko getting in some rare game action here.
Soaking it all up after a long break and a quick start, so trying to keep those legs alive.
Yeah, Artemenko.
Left boot downfield.
Big left boot.
Nathan Alphonse finds it with the chest, and on him.
Ooh, Oakley again.
Armando Oakley not going to lose that game within the game with Nathan Alphonse. Armando Oakley has been fantastic so far this evening as well.
Here's Lewis.
It's really been Marcel Zajac, whose name we've said the most, and Thomas Skullblacks, but Zajac, who I believe this has to be his most involved he's been with the offense so far this season, and he's looked very good as Skullblack takes a hard collision and ends up with the ball, but
and now Skullblack is arguing, and there's the yellow right there.
Rightfully so. Tim Mahabir decided to knock the ball out of Skullblack's hands as he was going to throw it.
Yeah, can't do that. As Mahabir gets his first booking of the year. And it's still going to be a throw as we approach the end of the first half here. And now United really taking advantage of some of these miscues by Unionville. They're playing a little bit too aggressively for the officials' liking here.
Well, and that's got to be a result of this consistent and sustained pressure that United's been able to put on Unionville, and it ends up getting just frustrating and suffocating if you're the visitors.
And Zajac just wondering, hey, where's my 10 yards? And Zajac sends it in anyway.
That was a very, very justified argument from Marcel there.
I think so, and Sturgiotis sends that one skyward and out of play.
So, yeah, a very, very good chance gone awry for United, which we could say time and time again. But Jared Maloney's been the reason why this game is still 0-0 in the 43rd minute. Sun's starting to set, so it wasn't like it was an overly warm evening. We'll see if the temperature drops at all and if that changes anything. But 10th of June, I don't think that there's going to be too much of a contrast on a nice, warm, late spring day.
I will take no complaints whatsoever on a night like this. That is for sure. This is a beautiful night for some footy.
The only reason why I wouldn't want every night to be like this is because then you wouldn't appreciate it.
I like that. I like that analogy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's an analogy per se, but I think it's just a great thought.
Philosophy.
A good philosophy. Kept in.
Adjaman and Mahab, you're battling for it, and there's going to be no love lost.
Yeah, Unionville's going to get the better of
that call for sure.
Yeah,
and rightfully so, I believe.
Don't want to say it's a makeup call, but if you're Unionville, you'll take those opportunities when you get
absolutely.
them.
Absolutely. Free kick.
Tahir over a flick. Still in play. Over, and Artemenko makes the save on the near side.
Christopher Badabenji found a way to get a lot of left boot on that ball after.
And now Skolback running after it. Skolback trying to knock it down. Skolback looking. Skolback still with it. Takes a shot, and that one, I believe it went off of the defender. No, they're going to say that one went straight out.
Skolback cannot buy one right now, and he was just waiting. Decided to fire and ended up overturning on the ball, and it will be a Jared Maloney goal kick.
Maloney with the fake, and just a short play to the far side. 44 minutes played here at Alumni Stadium. Mark Perry, Scotty Frazier here on the call for Guelph United Soccer on YouTube, as United trying to get the better of that on the far side, but it will be Unionville ball. It's a 0-0 game here so far. Cross to the near side.
Just
Lewis.
Excuse me, Mark. I just spotted a Alphonso Davies jersey in the crowd, so congratulations to Alphonso Davies and Team Canada after that big 4-0 win at BC Place last night against Caraco.
Yep.
So Canada Soccer Canada, looking mighty good right now after a turbulent week in terms of player negotiations and contracts and off-field shenanigans, and that hopefully in the rear view for at least the foreseeable future, and hopefully a very long World Cup for Canada coming up.
So we got 2 minutes of injury time here to finish off the first half. And yeah, Scotty, you said it. What a year we've had here in this country for this sport. And just continuing to see the quality of players like Skublak trying to go after it in a good slide tackle.
And a good scissor jump from Thomas.
Over for Oakley. He's got a man on. Oakley looking for some room. Oakley, and that's going to be kicked out. A corner kick coming here for United.
And if I had to guess as who was going to take it as we wind ever closer to halftime.
I'm sure we're approaching double digits when it comes to corner kicks for United here so far.
And for Marcel Zajac as an individual.
Zajac looking. He's got 6 men in the box. Zajac in. Oh, and that's going to be headed through the uprights. And it will be a goal kick.
And that'll likely bring us to the end of the half here once it is kicked away. Assuming that is the plan.
Maloney, he's made a couple of short passes here, and I think he's going to do it again here. Yes, he will.
Probably knowing that had he kicked it way downfield, it would have been the end of the half. But
just trying to kill off some time, perhaps, as well.
Good chance for Unionville to go into the room at half and kind of regroup.
And good intercept, though. And still in. Still going. Tim Mahabir passed it up. Lewis going after it, but good intercept there. But Lewis going in after it. Lewis! And he flicked that one out of play.
A bit of miscommunication. Armando Oakley kind of gave up on that ball, thinking that whoever was center back there was going to go after it, and it was kind of a you got it, you got it, you got it situation for United, but Lewis's try went wide, and that will bring us to halftime, Mark.
Didn't even give Artemenko a chance to kick that one off, as we are scoreless through 45 minutes of play here at Alumni Stadium. Guelph United, Unionville Milliken. This is League One Soccer here on YouTube. We will be back after this. Back inside Alumni Stadium here in Guelph. Guelph United 0, Unionville Milliken 0. Mark Perry alongside Scotty Frazier getting ready for the second half. Guelph United wearing those mustard gold jerseys going right to left. It will be Unionville Milliken wearing the whites going left to right.
And doesn't appear to be any changes any changes on either side of the ball that were announced, unless we missed it right before we came back from break. But it appears that both sides remain the same to start this second half. And if it's anything like the first half for United, you're going to hope that the laws of averages end up evening out, because Guelph could be up big time in this match.
School Black should have at least 3 goals in this game. Like, my goodness. And down the right side, that's Amardo Oakley. Oakley crossing it in and snatched up by Jared Maloney.
Maloney, obviously the story of that first half. I mean, Marcel Zajac doing a great job on all the free kicks and set plays, and it's just been the Jared Maloney song and dance all evening long here at Alumni as he turned away 3 or 4 real good chances from United.
That one on the goal line, though.
The fingertip?
Yep. Probably his best save of that first half, and that one you're going to be, if you can find a highlight of that one, if you can find a replay of that one, you're going to be watching that one all day, every day. That was gorgeous.
Yeah, best save of the first half, undoubtedly, perhaps the best save of the season amongst all of League One Ontario. So if you do get a chance to have another look at it, definitely do yourself that favor.
As Maletic, good defensive play inside the box, sending that one away, but it will be a corner kick for Unionville. And this is Matthias Brooms on the near side with the left, crossing that one in low, and it will be United ball, but it is bouncing up toward the 45-yard line, and Skublak, or rather, yeah, that was Skublak sending it up. This is Marcel Zajac. Zajac at the top of the box, and he'll send that one wide of the goal.
A good stop and pop from Zajac as we get another look at it here. Driving in on 2 Unionville defenders, hits the brakes, cuts back to the middle, and then just sends that one a few feet wide of the near side post for a goal kick for Jared Maloney.
And that's just clinical right there by Zajac, Scotty. Just you make a couple of steps, you make yourself some room, just enough room to go in for a shot.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I mean, Maloney didn't even flinch on the shot, so it was quite clear from his angle that it was going wide, but a real good chance from Zajac. And again, this team becoming more than just Jace Katsopoulos, and in a big way. I mean, Skublak tonight has been definitely the most busy striker for United, but it's really been a all-hands-on-deck kind of effort so far through 48 minutes now into the 49th.
Headed up here, Maletic over for Artemenko, and back up in play. Good deflection there, Sturgiotis over to the far side.
Good touch by Oakley.
Oakley going in. Oakley shooting, and that one's going to go wide of the net.
So explosive, so coordinated, and seems as if he's thinking 2 or 3 steps ahead of the opponent. Amardo Oakley has been very, very good yet again here tonight for United.
Just one of those players that he'll look for the cross about 7 times out of 10, and those other 3 times he's finding himself some extra room, and when he has some room, he is going to use it. There's a shot toward the goal and off of the foot of the defender. A good opportunity for Ajimang. And it will be a corner kick here for United.
Jared Adjumane doing the same thing, just finding and creating his own space and giving Marcel Zajac another chance from the corner.
Does he go far? Does he go close? Does he go high? Does he go low? You don't know.
Maybe something I've never even heard of before.
Zajac crosses it in. Header! And that one right on the top of right near the penalty spot.
And Harvey Marchand got a little excited and probably wishes he had snared that ball down as he sent it skyward.
And goes right back toward center field. The left defender, and that'll go off of the foot of Sturgiotis and out of play. Sturgiotis using his body. And good play here by United. This is Zajac off of a foot, and it will be a free kick here for United. And Zajac is going to snatch it up here at the 45-yard line, and he'll just quickly get it over to Doros, who gets it over to Cole Fernandez on the far side. Fernandez feathers it in and right in on goal, and Jared Maloney makes the save.
A real good-looking play from Cole Fernandez there, and almost found Adjumang streaking towards Maloney. Maloney able to scoop that ball up and just take his time and drop kick it downfield for Lewis, just over the head, though.
Little high and not too pretty there, as United get an opportunity here as they get possession once again, and they lose possession now, and it will be Unionville ball who loses possession right back to United.
Both teams probably wanting to sharpen up after a bit of a loosey-goosey start to the second half. As Zajac is in on Maloney, who's in no man's land, and kicks that one out of play.
Or rather, that's Sturgiotis.
Sturgiotis, 12 and 15. Not really that similar in numbers, but from up here in my eyesight, everything looks the same.
As Unionville moving it up here. This is Matthias Brooms. Matthias Brooms trying to get through a couple of United players, and it's going to go off of Brooms and out of play. It will be United throw.
Not quite sure what the holdup is here, but Sturgiotis looks like he will be... Oh, a substitution if I were to look up and on the far side of the field.
So Daniel McIntosh is going to come in for Estevan Carls.
And that will be it for Carls tonight, and we'll see if that changes anything for Unionville, who haven't really been busy towards Artemenko since about the 17th minute. So it's been a while. Sturgiotis just waiting to get the green light to throw this ball in. As the final Unionville player does finally make his way towards the play.
Good throw.
Skull Black.
Skull Black in the corner. He's got two Unionville players. Now, this is Adjumang. Adjumang loses it, trying to get it back, but it'll go right off of the Unionville player, and it'll roll out of play. Good play there by Zajac to just let that one roll out. Simple play, Scotty.
Sometimes it's the easiest one and the best one, and that one turned over by Doros as it was read like a book by Badabanji.
Badabanji on the far side to Lewis, rolls it over, Mahabir. Mahabir crossing it in, but good play there, and right back, sent right back, a good back end by United, as this one's going to bounce out of play. And it will be Unionville for the throw here, as the back end of United showing up pretty strongly here to start the second half.
Daniel McIntosh, who just checked into the game a few moments ago, will throw the ball. And that one taken away by Zajac over to Kasopoulos.
He just tends to do that again and again. Skublak, good move. Skublak, that could have been an offside call, but it goes to the far side for Oakley.
A great play by Skublak.
Oakley looking. Oakley crosses it in. Skublak looking. Skublak, and unable to get it.
Loose.
Skublak going after it, and now a whistle, and Maloney is down.
It might have been a collision with Skublak, who was in on that ball. We'll try to get a better look here and the replay. Bouncing, and there was a collision. Hopefully Maloney's okay after the performance he's put on so far in the 55th minute here.
I think Skublak, when he went to go for the kick, may have hit Maloney on the follow-through.
And as I was saying in the early going of this game, all kinds of bravery it takes to go up and have no regard for your own well-being, but coming up with the ball is your only kind of priority, as Doros now controls it after the throw from Marchant.
Good pass back here. Maletic.
Fernandez on the far side. He's been pretty impressive. It's his first appearance on home soil this season, so Nice to see some new faces and some new numbers out on the Alumni pitch.
And this will be a goal kick as Fernandez feathered it toward the far side, trying to use the line for a pass up, but it went too far. McIntosh, the substitution. Good move there. Now crossed. Now inside. And now on the far side. Ooh, almost tripped up there. Didn't catch a number there for Unionville, but nonetheless, they're going to get the free kick. And now an opportunity for the visitors. This is Lewis. Lewis loses it there. And now United trying to get the ball. They can't get to it, and Brooms trying to kick that one toward, and it looks like a card's coming out.
There will be at least a conversation. No card, actually. There was a bit of a pump fake for the booking.
Yeah, the officials faking us out here up at press row.
Now they're just taunting us as Sturgiotis makes his way upfield.
Sturgiotis looking. He gets
Quick
bodied
feet.
off the ball. Good play there. And Brooms, he gets knocked off the ball, and he knocks it out of play, and it will be a throw here for United. Good throw by Zajac. And just like that, just a miscue there as Zajac threw it in. It went off the knee. And back out of play, it will be Unionville with the ball here.
Good read by Doros to get in between the ball and his man and take it away. As it's Zajac.
Once right onto the back end of Unionville. This is Lewis on the far side. Alex Lewis passes it back. And now a bit of a tie-up there, and United come up with the ball. Zajac. Sturgiotis. He's just going to have to pass that one right back. Marchant finding some room. Marchant splitting the two. And it will be United still with the ball, and just like that, Adjamang lost it. And it will be Unionville, but it's going to be sent out of play, and United get the ball back here.
Yeah, again, it's not been the sharpest of second halves to begin at least 12 minutes into the second half. And a lot of miscues on both sides of the football here. Still no score to speak of. Both goaltenders standing up tall when called upon. Jared Maloney, the busier of the two so far in this game. Is that one out of play for another throw?
Unionville have given up 8 of their 10 goals this season in the second half. Guelph has scored 10 of their 14 goals this season in the second half. However, they've also given up 8 of 9
so
in the final 45. So a lot. If there's any scoring in this game, I mean, naturally now it's got to happen in the second half, right? The first half is already gone.
Yeah, and then time ticks away. You alluded to it early in the broadcast, Mark. Most of the League One Ontario scoring takes place in the second half, but it seems to be even more prevalent in United's games, as you mentioned, 10 of their 14 for and 8 against. So the vast majority of goals total, differential or not, coming in the second 45.
Skublak on the far side, keeping it loose, and he is not going to like that one as Unionville, the visitors here from Markham, get the benefit of the doubt there for the throw. This is Brooms. Sends it up. This is number 8, Alexandra Dacuna. Dacuna in and sent right back out by Maletich. And it will be Unionville who get the ball here on the far side. Looking for some room. McIntosh sending it up just inside the 18. Comes to the line, the touch line, kept in just barely and right in on goal. And Artemenko will smother that one. And he will look for the throw, sending it up. Zajac. He's got Sturgiotis on the left side. Sturgiotis looking. And he'll just pass that back. And just good awareness United showing here, just being simple, keeping possession.
They've really changed the pace of this game to a more tactical approach here as Armando Oakley now draws another corner for United in this match.
Make that a dozen. I'm going to say it's been a dozen at least.
I'm going to take your word for it and agree with you.
All right.
So I believe I might be mistaken, though. I'm not sure how that didn't go off of United.
Yeah, that should have been a corner kick if...
Our eyes must have deceived us because no one seemed to be too up in arms about it on the United side of the ball. So we play on. And there's Lewis.
Lewis indeed trying to out-juke the defenders. And now Badabenji. Badabenji with a shot, and that's going to go wide of the goal.
Artemenko not having to make the save on that one, but Unionville Milliken now getting a little bit of fuel to their fire as we are in the 61st minute of this match. No score.
Almost sent right up.
Sturgiotis has been very, very Energizer Bunny-like on the ball in the second half, and that whistle blown real quick. And
Sturgiotis, I don't think liked that one too much. He went in for the slide tackle to try and knock the ball loose.
From our angle, it seemed clean, but again, it's a fast-moving game when you're down at field level.
And now another step in. Nobody gets knocked down. Nobody gets loose. And United up in arms there. That is Marcel Zajac. Not thrilled with the call.
And I don't think anyone in the mustard gold is in that one because it's been back-to-back, and there was no set on that play. So.
And now a whistle on the play here. And the official, I think, was looking straight at Skoblack. At Skublack, rather.
I believe it might have been Lewis, or number 10, Matthias Brooms. Because he seemed to have some words. Maybe he hadn't set because Skoblack was kind of walking around as well. So either way, redone, and it's Lewis down in the far corner with the ball.
Lewis, he's got 1-on-2, and that's going to go off of the defender, and that is going to be a corner here for the visitors. A quick corner. Skublack heading that one right back out. McIntosh trying to send that one right back in, but good block by Harvey Marchand. Mahabir up for Saif Jaffer. Here's Mahabir again, right near center, sending it toward the goal, and good play by Cole Fernandez. But now still pressing are the visitors. But now the other way. This is Oakley sending it up.
Katsopoulos in the middle. He's been semi-quiet for being Jace Katsopoulos tonight, so we'll see if he can change that with one strike of the boot.
Zajac will send it right back. Marchand passing it back. Defenders using each other very well, just sending it from left to right. Ross through.
Adjumang over to Oakley, who's looking back for Skoblack.
Skoblack inside the box. Skoblack looking for some room. Skoblack! And now another chance right in front, blocked by the defender. It's still in play, though. Cross through and off the side of the goal. And that is going to be a corner kick for United.
And we'll get another look at just yet another chance or two for Thomas Skoblack, who has been all over the ball but cannot find a way to solve Maloney in the Unionville goal. Much like everyone else for United so far tonight, Maloney has had the answer.
Skoblack and a couple of the United strikers there in the box suffocated by the defense. And that one sent right into the box. Headed up, right in front, and a tip by Maloney. And he had to be sharp on that one, getting that one out of play in another corner.
Marchand took that off the hop with the head, and then it went straight up and came nose-diving down and might have cleared the bottom bar, or the bottom of the bar. It's
Oakley off of a head and out of play. A goal kick coming here. Badabenji crossing that one in. And using the body was Maletich. But now an opportunity here. Onside. Lewis loses it there. Good defensive play. The ball is still loose.
Armando Oakley drawing the applause of this Alumni Stadium crowd with that effort.
And now Skoblack the other way. Skoblack looking. Crossing it through and off of the defender and out. And back and forth action we go here at Alumni Stadium.
I'll take some of whatever water Armando Oakley is drinking because, man, oh, man, he is tireless by definition.
Just the wheels on that man. And now Zajac here on the corner.
High, long corner.
And trying to use it there was Harvey Marchant, but he lost his footing. And there will be a throw here for Unionville. And now they're going to play it up. Good play. Knocked down. And a whistle. And some arguments there right at center. Some physical play as Christopher Badabenji was knocked down. And now a card is coming out here, and it's going to go against United. And that is
Marko Milicic that will get the card.
Yeah, Milicic will get the card.
Definitely through nothing other than arguing, and I believe that Marco believes he had a point, and it has been quite a physical affair through 66 minutes now into the 67th.
That's his fourth yellow card of the season.
Getting up there.
Yep.
No stranger to the book, and we're back underway here. Still no score.
And a trip there, and another free kick here for Unionville. As Mohamed Diallo, slow to get up. He's picked up there. And Diallo hobbling around, but he's looking like he's going to stay in the game as Matthias Brooms will pass that up for Daniel McIntosh. McIntosh sending that one through, but that is going to be a goal kick. A little too far for number 16, Saif Jaffer. Wearing those beautiful cleats. Probably seriously, look at those cleats. Some of the brightest cleats on the pitch.
Can't miss them even in the dark. I was always a fan as a younger kid as matching your shoes, cleats, whatever sport you're playing, somewhat to your team colors. There was almost a east and westbound collision of highway sorts there between Artemenko and Milicic.
That would have not been pretty.
That could have been bad times too for United.
That's communication right there that you need to have with your goaltender. If the goaltender says, I got it, you leave it to the goaltender. But Milicic clearly just able to get out of the danger zone, if you will. McIntosh kicked that one through, but can't get it through the brick wall outside the 18.
Good read by Oakley to break that one up, and Katsopoulos will try to take it away, and does.
Into the 69th minute here now. And this is Skublak. Skublak down the left flank. Skublak taking a look. Skublak looking, shooting, big save, rebound, Skublak scores!
Finally!
Thomas Skublak! Unbelievable! What a run! And he has number 5 on the year, and United are on the board.
And from start to finish, that play from United looked like it was going to be the one to break through. Katsopoulos did his best to break up the Unionville attack about 40 yards from Artemenko. Took the ball away and went northward. Had Artemenko with him, relayed off to the eventual goal scorer. Oakley was busting down the far side as well, so Skublak probably was kicking himself after he waited, and then rang one off the chest of Jerry Maloney, and it bounced back out and ended up on the foot of number 8 for United, who made no mistake on which would have been probably his 7th or 8th quality opportunity of the evening.
As they say, if at first you don't succeed, you try, and you try yet again. And Thomas Schoolback, number 5 on the year. United 1, Unionville 0 here at Alumni Stadium. And looks like United is hungry for more. Some pushing and shoving there. Ajimang making some moves. Ajimang trying to shoot that one through a couple of feet but couldn't do it.
And Zajac now battling for the ball too. There's a lot of
really physical here.
Yeah.
Badabenji making a couple of moves to turn around. Turn that one back, and Badabenji with it again. Unionville trying to equalize. And this is going to be Armando Oakley. Loses that one. Lewis going after it, but that one's going to be passed right back to Artemenko. And he'll send that one up high. Off of the body. I believe that is Schoolback again. Schoolback taking a look again. Schoolback crossing into the 18. Schoolback too far, too hot. And Maloney will snatch that one up. And now Lewis on the kick from Maloney. Lewis looking, crossing it in. Lewis looking, and he puts that one off the side of the goal. And it is going to be a corner kick. Looked like it went off of Artemenko. Didn't actually see the deflection from this angle.
Tough to see with the net in the way, Mark, absolutely. And yeah, Artemenko was able to get a limb on it, and then all of a sudden it will be Unionville to the corner looking to draw even in this game. Time not on their side, 72nd minute. And again, haven't really had any sustained pressure in front of Artemenko since about the 17th or 18th minute. So,
and that one there is going to be a waste as it goes off of a body. And we're going to get another substitution here, and it is going to be a Guelph United substitution, I do believe.
That is Marcel Zajac coming out of the game. And it will be Reginald Larea checking in for United. He came in and did a great job in their last home game against the Blue Devils at pretty well this juncture of that matchup. So maybe that's a strategic plan A for United. And
just trying to give maybe even some breath for Marcel Zajac, who has been all over the field in this one.
Yeah, definitely. Of all the United players who have been involved with all the possession that they've maintained all evening, Zajac is at the top of that list. As much as Armando Oakley is all over the field, Zajac was all over the ball. And, I mean, not nearly as physically exhausting when you're taking free kicks and corners, but still a lot of mental exhaustion when it comes into that pressure and a lot of having to get back into the play after making the corner.
So both teams have made a substitution apiece. And now this is Schoolback. Schoolback crossing it in too far, but it's going to be into the possession of United. Still with it, though. Now a chance, and off of the foot of, I do believe, that was Larea, the substitution, and it will be a corner kick here.
It wouldn't have been a bad way to welcome yourself to the game if you're Reginald Larea there, but it just unfortunately came off the foot and went.
And now with Zajac out of the game.
It's Chase Kutsopoulos that will be manning the corners, at least for this one.
Kutsopoulos crossing it in, and it goes off ahead and out. And another corner here for United.
That was a different look as well. That was a bullet and a high one that had probably the hopes of finding its way into the back of the net untouched. As Kutsopoulos will do it again.
Hey, sometimes if you can get that good bend on the ball, you can get it straight in. Sends that one right through, and it rides the top of the bottom post of the upright. But that is a little too high.
And some real good efforts from Kutsopoulos, who is no stranger to finding the back of the goal here at the University of Guelph. As the score still remains 1-0 for United.
Kutsopoulos has himself 2 goals on the season already. And now Unionville just trying to move it up the field, but again, time continues to tick away here into the 75th minute.
Cole Fernandez with the throw, a high one, looking for Skull Black and finds him.
Yeah, gets a good, 10, 25 yards there?
10 to 25 yards.
Yeah.
Advances United well upfield. Now be a quick throw to Skull Black again, who seems to be the target of choice on those throws.
Yeah, Skull Black.
And
Good move there,
why.
trying to get through 3 players, but a good play to just pass it over to his teammate, just sitting there on the side. Artemenko. A big boot downfield. And that takes a lot of guts. When you're a defender, not a lot of people think about this, but when that ball is coming in skyward from a big boot like that, it takes a lot to get in front of that ball and head that ball down.
Yeah, you want to take it in the right part of the head, otherwise it's going to sting yet again. Another substitution coming in, this time for Unionville. Number 17, Robert Edick will check in. Well, Alex Lewis, his night is over for Unionville Milliken of Markham.
And Lewis had himself quite the game here. Didn't get on the board, but he had a few opportunities in this one. And now chasing this one down, galloping, is number 15, Dion Sturgiotis. This is Skublak. Goes off of him and out of play. Again, Guelph United looking to extend a win streak to 2 games. They have won 3 of their last 4.
That one blip on the radar coming against the Blue Devils back on this field in their last home matchup. So it'd be nice if they can hold on to this one for the next 14 minutes and change and get back in the win column, at least at home field, and extend that win streak to 2.
Yeah, they got
as we all know, 2 is a streak.
Yes, it is. Not a lot of people think that way, though. It's weird. 2 is a streak, in my opinion, as well. Some people think that, you know what, it needs to get to at least 3 before you call it a streak. When it gets to 2, some of those people will think, you know what, it's just back-to-back wins.
I like the positivity of 2's a streak. And
yep, same.
It's usually teams that are in tough when they're considering a 2-game win streak a win streak. So
I think it's the ones that only get 2 games in a row that like to call it
a streak.
The streak.
Yeah, the ones that are few and far between. Those stringing 3 wins in a row together aren't very common for those teams.
No,
so
they'll take the streaks
as they come.
Exactly. Good feathering in there. McIntosh getting taken down. And that was just a good slide play by Lucas Doros.
And Doros kind of rolled over on McIntosh, and it looked like it could have been painful for him, but he popped right back up to McIntosh, so no worse for wear, and that will be a corner. It'll be Brooms taking it for Unionville.
Unionville looking to get the equalizer. Approaching minute number 79, and that'll be just headed right back out. Sent away, and now running down the field.
3.
Here comes Adjumang. Adjumang taking a look. Adjumang looking, feathering it in, and that ball is still loose. Unionville dodging a bullet there. The ball is still in, and that's going to be sent out. That is off of a body. United looking to extend their lead here to 2. Doros. It will be Unionville with the ball again. And sent back up. And Skublak trying to get his man down. He will take the ball. No whistle on the play. Unionville player on the far side did not agree. And that's going to be sent on the far side. Crossed in, but good block there by Tim Mahabir. And he's got the ball here now at the 24-yard line. Sends that one up. And some pushing and shoving and grabbing there at the 55, or rather at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, no stranger to that or any of these players. A lot of clutching, grabbing, shoving, pushing, anything you might think of has been taking place in this game. And nothing overboard, but it's just nice to see the competitiveness, come out this early in the season.
Benji too far, and that's going to be a goal kick. And once again, Guelph United, they will be back in action on Tuesday, June 14th at 8 p.m. as Sigma FC pays a visit to Alumni Stadium. And that'll be followed by another home date against Pickering FC. That's next Friday night, 7 days from now, June 17th. That is a 7:30 kickoff.
Yeah, busy week for United here at Alumni, so make sure to tune in on YouTube. Mark Perry will be along with you for, I believe, the Tuesday evening game.
That'll be the Friday game. Tuesday I got prior commitments.
Tuesday night will be a Markless and Scottless broadcast, so depending on what your opinion is of us, it's either a good thing or a bad thing, but Mark Perry will have the call for you on Friday the 17th. As United looking to close this one out in the 81st minute now.
This is Fernandez on the far side. That one's going to be blocked and deflected out of play. United will get the throw here. And for Unionville Milliken, the fans that are watching from Markham and elsewhere this evening, of course, they are finishing up that 4-game road trip, and they will start up a 4-game homestand on Wednesday, June 15th, against the Woodbridge Strikers. But, of course, they are not looking ahead to that game just yet.
Absolutely not. Still some footy left to be played here on a Friday night as it is officially dusk.
Yeah, we're under the lights here at Alumni Stadium now.
Yeah, it is quickly. I mean, we are ever inching closer to the longest day of the year, which is then followed by a long, long, long road towards the shortest day of the year.
Oh, you can say that again.
Long road back. So another trip around the sun.
And now they're trying to go after it, and Artemenko had to close in on that one quickly.
Doing a good job of just chewing up some seconds here as...
So was Roberto Edic, number 17, who closed in on that play. And that one's going to go off of the Unionville player, and they're not going to say that it did, as Skublak argued it there for just a second, but he's just going to let this play come back in.
As that went about 8 yards up the sideline for the throw and nothing doing. So I don't think that Guelph's verbal disagreements with the referee's calls early in this game have done them any sort of favors in terms of being very, very strict in terms of where Unionville has been taking some of their kicks and their throws so far. But
yeah, they're not getting the benefit, but Adjumang takes it here, one-on-one. Adjumang taking a look. Adjumang looking. He'll have to get the ball back here. Adjumang still with it, looking, and that one's going to be sent out. As Adjumang, he was one-on-one, but a missed opportunity there to extend the lead.
Yeah, I just did a little too much footwork and had Katsopoulos and Skublak flanking him, but kind of ran out of space to make any sort of move to either one of them. So good job by Unionville to swallow that one up, but here come United again.
Oakley crossing it in, over. The ball is still in the box, but that one's going to be grabbed up here. But United putting on the pressure. And that'll be sent out. A throw coming here for the visitors. And a whistle. And I believe we're going to have another substitution here. 2 substitutions here for United. It will be Evan Dick coming in for Jared Adjumang.
And it looks like it'll be number 13 coming in. Luke Rankin coming in to take the place of Cole Fernandez. Rankin, who subbed in late in that game against Blue Devils, was fantastic. Fernandez was great so far through his 84 minutes of work. So Rankin and Dick in to close it out for United.
And it looks like Amardo Oakley having a conversation with the official on the 40-yard line. A bit of an argument. So Jared Adjumang is going to get a yellow, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, that's what the announcement was.
That is absolutely what the announcement was, and you have to wonder if it's something that was said as he was exiting, because it was definitely booked after the substitution had been made, I believe.
Nonetheless, United still lead this one 1-0 And a bit of a trip there at the 52.
And
a yellow coming in here. Another yellow being handed out like candy here this evening.
Reginald Arrea seemed to get the worst of what I saw. He ended up on his stomach with the Unionville player that was number 17, Roberto Edic, on top of him. But it was actually Larea who was booked by the official. So he must have done something prior to my eyes catching what was going on. And it will now be a Unionville free kick in the 85th, approaching the 86th minute.
As they try to get the equalizer here on the road. Crossed over. Good head.
Evan Dick breaks that one up, and he was wearing a bandage on his nose after halftime in the last home matchup. He is one of those guys that you were mentioning that you have to be kind of ready for anything when that ball comes in at you hot and heavy. And you're willing to wear it off the face.
Yes, indeed. Those can hurt. You take it 1 inch the other way, and, yeah, you're going to be drawing some blood.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's watery eyes, bloody nose brings you back to your childhood when you really think about it. And not the precious memories.
I will say precious memories just for the sake of it just happened too much.
Yeah. That nostalgia.
Yeah. You know what? I like that better. Let's call it nostalgia.
I don't miss it, but I remember it.
Unionville in the 87th minute here. This is McIntosh on the near side. McIntosh just passing it right back. Unionville looking to set up here. Good jockey by Skublak, but they're going to call Skublak right at the Griffins logo.
Very chippy battle between two teams who hadn't met each other before, so maybe an instant rivalry, if you will, here, and we'll see if anything continues to progress here in the final 3 minutes of the first 90. Whatever will be added for injury time will be tacked on top of that.
And now Skublak looking the other way. Skublak kicks it up. Now an opportunity! And unable to get all of that with Sturgiotis, but a good block by Maloney. And this is Larea to the far side, and that one's going to be headed out. 88th minute. Sent up high. Bounce down. This is McIntosh again, and he's just going to get it over to the left side. His defensive mates. And this is DiCuna, rather. United with the counterattack. Only for a moment, though. And now Unionville trying to set something up here as they are running out of time in this one. Mahabir.
We'll see if Maloney starts to make his way towards midfield to be that 12th man, or 11th man, rather.
Very agile is Jared Maloney. You have to
on
think
display.
He might get an opportunity there. Here's Badabenji. Badabenji trying to get around his man Sturgiotis, but it comes right back near center. Mahabir trying to organize his troops there, and it's going to be sent right back to Artemenko.
Long kick downfield for Skullback.
Yeah, Skullback taking that one off the body. Now Skullback looking. He is taking off the ball there, and a trip. Skullback, and he is, it looks, no whistle on the play, but you have to think that was just one of those, you know what, I know I did wrong. Just, you don't have to worry about the whistle. I'm just going to let this ball go.
Yeah, that was a good battle of sorts, and ended up being a Unionville ball as Skullback was looking for his second of the match, and he's really been all over the place, and that is a hip check from Lucas Doros that will get yet another United player booked. And, I mean, they're not doing themselves any favors here.
No, they are not.
Into the 90th minute as we approach the end of this game. As Doros gets a talking to, and I think the referee is saying, I've had just about enough, guys.
Yeah, like, come on, guys. This dance card in my pocket starting to get full.
Yeah, can I borrow a pen? I'm out of ink. As we will have a free kick from the 48-yard line for Unionville, and maybe now is when Maloney pushes.
And one other question that's going to come up is how much stoppage time will come up here for Unionville, and a trip right near the 28-yard line. And I believe that is a trainer's going to be coming out. I didn't catch exactly who that was.
3 minutes of injury time will be added. I think that's Skullblack.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Looks like 8, and I don't see him standing around his teammates.
Well, Adjumang is number 9, and he is out of the game.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's definitely Skullblack, the goal scorer in this game.
And again, he was banged up in the last home game against the Blue Devils and banged up in the offseason with that surgery. I believe it was a hip flexor that he had repaired. I could be mistaken on that one, but nonetheless, Guelph's golden goal man on the turf, and we will hold our breath and see how this affects the rest of this match as we are into injury time. 3 minutes was the initial time added on, but this will obviously affect that.
People seemed kind of up in arms after that as well.
There was a loud reaction from this Alumni Stadium crowd. I couldn't really make out what anything was being said, but I believe it was definitely a pro-home protest, if you will.
Yeah, and it's not to say, they got the benefit of the doubt there. The official immediately blowing the whistle after Skullblack went down and signaling that it will be United kick.
Yeah, and again, this will obviously affect the time added as we are well into injury time now.
Guelph United, a 4-2-1 record, looking for their 5th win of the season. And Artemenko taking his time and letting everybody get upfield before he goes for the boot here with the left.
Well downfield, looking for Evan Dick, and cut off there, I believe. That was cut off by Mahabir.
Now this is Sturgiotis. Sturgiotis looking. Sturgiotis down the left side. Sturgiotis getting bodied off the ball. And now the other way. Come Unionville. Turning back here is Badabenji. Turning up. Badabenji with it again. Quick touch, and now an intercept. And good play there as Kotsopoulos had a play there, but it's sent upfield and just ahead. That's using your head, getting it over to your goaltender. And Artemenko is just going to smother that one. Well into injury time here. And Artemenko with the left boots it up to Skullblack. Skullblack loses it though and trying to get it once again. Big time aggression shown there as he tried to get it off Tim Nahabir as he retrieves it here once again. Nahabir up the field. And a big knockdown. That's a shove and a half, to say the least.
Behind, yep, and that's, you would think that was more than just a foul, but with the way that the bookings have been passed out this evening, no additional word from the referee there, so we will continue to watch the clock tick away.
I think you might have been right there. I think the official may have ran out of ink.
Yeah, because with that one, you'd think that was a certain booking, but either way, United 1, Unionville 0. Well into injury time here as that one's kicked downfield and will be bounced around off a few heads. Evan Dick, the latest to touch it.
And intercepted. Skullblack on the far side. He's just going to try and drain some time down here with 2 players on him, and Skullblack lost it, but it went off. It was actually sent out by the Unionville D, and it will be a corner kick coming here, I do believe. Yes, indeed, it will be.
And one would believe that'll have to do it for this match.
And they're going to be well content. Just pass it to Skublak here and try to drain some time. There's only one player for United in the box there. Yeah, he's just going to try and drain some time here as he kicks that one out of play for the goal kick.
I believe it might be another corner, actually.
Oh, yes, indeed.
And they bounced it off the Unionville defender, and
that's just a good play. That's a good heads-up play by the United striker.
I mean, how much longer are we going to play around with this one, though? So, hopefully.
Yeah, the throw-in coming here for United.
Yeah. And
just prolonging the inevitable.
Exactly.
That ball far, far away from the United net.
This Evan Dick will now throw in and go to Skublak, who will.
And that's the whistle. And that is it. Guelph United extend their win streak to 2 games as they take down Unionville 1-0. The goal scored in the second half by Thomas Skublak, his 5th goal of the season. Guelph United move to 5-2-1, good for 16 points in League One Ontario competition as they are now tied for 2nd place in the league. Their next action once again will be on Tuesday, June 14th, 8 p.m. kickoff as Sigma FC come to town, followed by another home date against Pickering. That is on Friday, June 17th at 7:30. You can catch both of those games right here on the League One Ontario YouTube page. But if you're in the area and you want to come down and pay a visit to Alumni Stadium, have at her. Tickets are on sale. For Scotty Frazier, my name is Mark Perry, saying so long from Alumni Stadium.